A rumor spreads across the entire internet that this movie uninvitedly appears when one's phone bat is low, which is purely a coincidence. One will most likely stumble upon this restricted, large-scale horror film when their phone battery is low. Scare campaign. On his first day as a security guard, the man receives a big job. The other party asks him to watch over a corpse for one night in an abandoned hospital. Before leaving, she specifically warns the man not to be afraid. This hospital used to be a mental asylum. It has only been abandoned for over 10 years. Only a few people have died there. If he hears strange noises in the middle of the night, if doors open by themselves, or if he even sees something, these are all normal occurrences. The man thinks to himself. He wonders what there is to be afraid of. He is not even afraid of poverty. He says these things are nothing to fear. However, just as the man pushes the corpse into the room, strange things happen. This scares the man. He wonders if the corpse is reanimating or something else. The man walks forward and pulls open the body bag. Upon seeing this, his complexion does not look like a corpse. Perhaps they made a mistake. Suddenly, it opens its eyes, which scares the man. He immediately runs to the monitoring room. He calls the other side. He tells them everything that just happened. But the other party says the man is talking nonsense. The corpse has not been sent over yet. As for the man, he does not have time to explain to them. Because the corpse is gone. It comes into the corridor and walks towards him. This scares the man so much that he has not yet recovered. Then, roaring sounds come from all around him. At this moment, the man's terrified expression is clearly seen by the people on the other side of the monitor. They cannot help but laugh. It turns out that this is actually a team specialized in producing horror reality shows. They specifically prank unsuspecting passers-by. Everything that just happened is all human-made and arranged. Now, the few people are still pleased with themselves. They are pleased with the prank ideas they came up with. Little do they know, the man takes it seriously. After he calms down, the man takes out his weapon. He is 100% certain that what he just saw is not a ghost, but a real carbon-based life form. Seeing this, the smiles on their faces instantly disappear. They must stop it quickly, or someone might die. Emma immediately tells the woman through her earpiece. She tells her to get away from the man quickly because he has a weapon. The man has already started to attack. Afterwards, she also goes directly to the scene to stop the man. The woman still holds onto a glimmer of hope, thinking she can scare the man. At the critical moment, Emma arrives just in time. She explains the whole story to the man. She explains that it is all fake and tells him not to take it seriously, saying they are filming a show. Afterwards, the other people in the team also arrive. They see the man is so scared that he wets his pants. The group is very satisfied, indicating that this episode has a great effect. After the man learns he has been pranked, he does not mind. Instead, he foolishly becomes happy. He is on television. However, not everyone is like the man. This time, they luckily stop it, and no lives are lost. Next time, it is hard to say. The scene changes. A few days pass. Their video has good ratings. Currently, the team leader, Marcus, is interviewing a young blonde girl. Her name is Abby. This girl is not bad. She is very suitable for playing a ghost. She is young and energetic. Even though the group is still quite happy now, their team will soon face two big problems. The first is that Emma, after experiencing the last incident, does not want to continue working. However, she still firmly refuses, believing the situation is too uncertain. She worries that if something goes wrong, they all face imprisonment. Marcus persuades her to complete one more episode for his sake. He assures her to rest easy. Promise that with him around, no accidents will occur. In the end, after much coaxing, grand promises, and playing the victim, Emma agrees to his request. Little does she know, this truly is their last time. Soon after, the team's Vicky arrives. Marcus, full of himself, believes Vicky is there to praise them. However, Vicky is actually there to show them something, which is also the second biggest problem they face. The problem is the intense competition from rivals. For example, What is currently playing is a horror reality show company called The Masked Organization. They play quite rough. It is no longer just about scaring people. It is for the show's effect. This part directly takes one's life. They get real with people the whole time. They do not act. They do not explain. They do not go easy. It has completely departed from simple pranks, simple shows, and simple scares. Now Vicky asks Marcus's team to film an episode even better than theirs. They must finish filming within 5 days. If they failed to film it well, they pack up and leave. The team disbands. However, this does not faze Marcus. He looks at the photos of an abandoned mental hospital on the table, and an idea instantly forms in his mind. The scene changes. The team arrives at this abandoned mental hospital. This place is indeed a mental hospital. They have already set up surveillance equipment and such here in advance. Their makeup is also done. The one responsible for scaring people is the newcomer, Abby. Not long after, this time's prank target arrives. This person is named Rohan. The script describes how the mental hospital reopens in a few months. It needs cleaners. So, they hire Rohan. Emma prepares to interview Rohan. Before going, she has Abby secretly sneak into the building across the street. Rohan is a bit strange. Generally speaking, people applying for this kind of job usually walk around and take a quick look. Rohan is different. He stands rigidly, looking at one spot. Emma asks him what he looks at. Rohan says that many azaleas were once planted there. Rohan actually stayed at this mental hospital before. No one knows if he was a patient or a staff member. After they meet, they greet each other and shake hands. Then Emma briefly explains Rohan's duties. But just then, Rohan suddenly notices a little girl upstairs eerily staring at him. Rohan's eyes widen like copper bells. The time is up. Liz, who is nearby, comes down from the ladder, attracting Rohan's attention. Then Emma takes the opportunity to look at Abby and tells her to leave. When Rohan turns his head back to look, the little girl is gone. Confused, he asks Emma about it. But Emma also looks confused and asks what little girl he is talking about. She tells him to quickly come inside. After entering the house, Rohan starts looking at the photos on the wall, staring intently at one of them standing motionless. Emma walks up and asks what he is looking at. When Emma asks this, Rohan suddenly turns furious and flies into a rage. He asks her why she meddles in so many affairs and asks things she shouldn't. Rohan's aggressiveness makes Emma a little scared. This passerby today is a bit special. At the same time, Marcus and his group also prepares to implement the next plan. Emma finds an excuse to temporarily leave. Now only Rohan remains in the room. Just then, the door opens by itself. Rohan thinks it is Emma's prank, so he walks over to check. Now Rohan starts wandering around aimlessly. The surrounding objects also start moving chaotically, and sounds also emerge, gradually guiding Rohan upstairs. Abby and Liz have already set up an ambush here. Abby lets out a strange laugh and runs inside, holding a ball. Rohan immediately follows. He successfully takes the bait. Finally, Rohan arrives in a room. There is also a person in the pile of clothes nearby, the photographer. Immediately after, Marcus and his group start calling Rohan. While Rohan turns to look back, Abby takes the opportunity to appear and slowly walks towards Rohan. Rohan seems to sense it subconsciously. He calmly appears to pull something out of his pocket. Emma subconsciously looks at the table in the nearby monitor. She suddenly discovers the awl that was on the table is gone. Perhaps Rohan took it for self-defense. Rohan is a ruthless person who does not play by the rules. Emma quickly tells Rohan to put down the knife, explaining that it is just a prank and all man-made. After saying that, Emma prepares to go find Rohan. Marcus quickly stops her and confesses to her. Rohan has a history of mental illness, and now he is probably having an episode and has lost his mind. If she goes over, he might hurt her, but they must not forget the cameraman is still there. He is currently in the most danger. After witnessing all of this, he is terrified and continuously prays that Rohan does not discover him. Actually, Rohan does not discover the cameraman. He simply picks up a pack of cigarettes nearby. But the foolish cameraman thinks Rohan has discovered him. He unconsciously exposes himself. Finally, Rohan silenced the photographer. Emma also ignores this. She grabs a screwdriver and runs over. When she arrives at the scene, Rohan is already gone. Abby is also gone. Only the photographer's body is at the scene. Emma sees bloodstains by the window. Her heart sinks. Marcus tells Emma not to look down. Emma takes a closer look and is instantly terrified. The cruel Rohan actually pushes Emma down. She is so young, yet she is gone just like that. Emma instantly breaks down completely. She feels numb and incredibly self-reproaching. Abby is so young and so vibrant. She just comes to be an actress, wanting to be on TV. Just because of their terrible show and this absurd prank, she loses her life. Now, it is not the time for sadness. He needs to run quickly because Rohan approaches. Under Marcus's command, Emma starts to run. Now, things are completely reversed. Rohan, in turn, starts chasing these people. Emma runs around and finally runs to a place where Marcus and his team cannot see on their monitors. But strangely, there is also a monitor here. It seems Marcus and his team did not install it. Emma does not have time to think about these things and continues to run forward. After running for a short while, she meets Liz. Liz still does not know what is happening. Emma tells her the whole story. Rohan has gone mad. He has critically neutralized 2 people. Now he is looking for them. Just after she finishes speaking, Rohan actually arrives. He immediately critically neutralizes Liz. Emma is terrified. She runs desperately. She finds JD from the team. Emma asks Marcus via computer if he has called the police. But Marcus does not dare to act rashly. He first has to ask Vicky. And then Vicky consults a lawyer to clearly analyze whose responsibility this matter is. Emma is a bit speechless. As they are talking, the signal is a bit poor. Rohan arrives with an axe and eliminates both Marcus and the other person. Finally, he does not forget to look at the screen and smiles at the only 2 remaining people. He chuckles and indicates that they are next. JD brings Emma to the car, preparing to drive away. Just as he tries to start the car, he realizes there are no keys. JD tells Emma to stay in the car while he goes to look for the keys. However, what Emma does not expect is that Rohan has already been lurking inside the car for some time. This scares Emma, and she nails Rohan's hand with a screwdriver. Then quickly gets out of the car and runs away. After Emma leaves, an unexpected twist happens that surprises everyone.
You see that? You see what you fucking did?
That was fantastic. I told you, mate, the best ones always go a little bit off screen.
The person who is truly being pranked is actually Emma. After all this, Emma is the clown. Only she is kept in the dark. Marcus makes his girlfriend the main target of the prank. He makes her experience fear, despair, guilt, and breakdown. Everyone else watches the show. Only she risks her life. What they do is a bit extreme. Now Marcus tells JD that the plan has changed. Originally, Rohan is supposed to tell Emma the truth in the car. Unexpectedly, Emma injures Rohan and runs away. She might be running towards his location. On the other side, Rohan is a bit angry after his hand is stabbed. Because Marcus not only does not comfort him but also mocks him. He says that being injured means his acting is convincing. An angry Rohan removes the camera and also tells Marcus that he will call the police afterward. Subsequently, enduring severe pain, he pulls out the screwdriver. But just at this moment, in front of him, many masked figures appear. Are these people from that masked organization? Before Rohan can react, the other party strikes with a knife and finishes him off. As for them, they are here to intercept. You finish your fake killing, and I do the real killing. You finish your pranks, and I come to finish. They directly reap the benefits. The extra cameras are installed by them. So the question is, how do they know Marcus and his team are coming here to stage a horror reality show? Then we return to Marcus. Upon learning Rohan plans to call the police, Marcus decides to go comfort Rohan and apologize to him. Afterward, he wonders if it is okay. After Marcus leaves, Dick next to him suddenly remembers he forgot to turn off his camera. JD can see it, and it will be trouble if Emma sees it. As luck would have it, at the moment the camera closes, Emma happens to see Dick. This is also the last time she sees Dick because masked freaks come over and cruelly dispose him. After Emma opens the folders one by one, she instantly understands the whole story. At this moment, she is extremely angry. Realizing she was scared and blamed herself for nothing, it turns out she is just a clown. Angry Emma talks about Marcus to the camera. Little does she know the one in front of the camera is Marcus but masked freaks. Marcus arrives at the car, after he opens the car door and looks. He is terrified. Rohan is gone. At this moment, he also realizes something is wrong. He just wants to call others. But he finds his phone has no signal, it is blocked. Meanwhile, a bunch of masked freaks also appear around. This scares Marcus, and he turns back. He coincidentally runs into Emma. Emma immediately slaps him. She asks if he treats his girlfriend like this. Marcus urgently tells her to stop. Now people are really dying. The masked freaks are here. They want to use them to make a video. No matter what Marcus says, Emma just does not believe him. It is like the boy who cried wolf. But then she sees the real masked freaks. The two just try to run. But it is already too late. The masked freaks have already surrounded them. However, the masked freaks are not in a hurry to kill them. They want them to run for a bit first. To play a cat and mouse game. They decide to kill the others first. And so, all the masked freaks leave. Now the two can escape. But Emma wants to go back and save the others. She especially wants to save Abby. That is how it is. Marcus takes Emma to Abby's location. But when he pushes the door and looks, Abby is gone. The photographer's body lies on the ground. Then the photographer's phone rings. It is masked freaks calling. He tells him if he wants to save Abby, to come to their monitoring room. Marcus quickly arrives. He finds all the surveillance cameras are down. He also discovers Liz's body. The photographer also meets a tragic end. He is taken out by a chainsaw. This means the entire team now only consists of him, Emma, and Abby. Immediately after, all the screens nearby light up. The masked freaks plan to permanently conceal Abby. They tell him to hurry over if he wants to save her. So the two immediately rush over without delay. However, strangely, not a single masked freak tries to stop them. The two successfully rescue Abby. With such ease, Marcus cannot help but feel smug. And he directly flaunts his victory to the camera.
It's over. Come on, let's go.
Just as the three prepare to leave, the masked freaks appear and surround them. Masked freaks walks up to Emma and tells her she plays a very important role in the game. Out of kindness, Vicky does not let them kill her. She can take one of them. Their lives are in her hands. And she decides.
You know what to do, Em.
Her boyfriend's words seem to tell Emma to choose to take Abby. She knows that if she had not insisted on recording this episode, this would not have happened. And his colleagues would not have died. She considers it atonement. Just like that, Emma drives away with Abby. Marcus is taken to an operating room. It is at this moment that he discovers a shocking secret.
Cut it there.
Are you sure they're gonna work? I can go again.
It turns out Abby is the mole. Truly a hidden talent. After learning all this, Marcus shows a helpless smile. He states that he makes prank shows his whole life. He deceives others. He thinks he understands people best. He is best at setting traps. But today, he is the biggest fool. He thinks he controls the whole situation. He thinks he has his girlfriend wrapped around his finger. He thinks he is the ultimate player. But in the end, he is just a clown in someone else's script. Abby is the mole. Their every move is watched. Their prank is merely an appetizer before the real hunt. He plays with eagles his whole life, only to have his eyes pecked out by an eagle in the end. Karma truly comes full circle. Then, the story returns to Emma. She accidentally notices the camera on the car roof. She then looks at the unusually calm Abby beside her. Suddenly, she seems to understand everything. The movie ends here. This movie is not bad. It has many twists. The plot is tense and exciting. There are no drawn-out parts. Watching it feels like one word, thrilling. The ending also leaves an open conclusion. At the same time, the film deeply satirizes the entertainment industry and media that abandon their bottom line for traffic and profit. seeking attention by exploiting the fear and suffering of others. It points out that such behavior will ultimately face dire consequences. Alright, goodbye and see you again.